Okay, so I grew up in the 80s. MTV was all the rage. I spent basically the whole decade in front of a television watching sitcoms and MTV. Went to the movies and watched a lot of cartoons. I mean, I was just watching television for basically 10 years. In the 90s, uh, not as much. Kind of missed the boat on Friends and, a little bit of Seinfeld, a little bit of SNL, but not much. I guess what I'm trying to say is I had a preoccupation with fame. I was obsessed with fame. I think a lot of people are. But the reason I was obsessed with fame is because I thought if I was famous, my mother would love me. I'd get to see my mom. My dad would be proud of me. And because I was famous, I'd get to see all my cousins. I'd have the money to travel and go see all my cousins. And I would get the family that I basically didn't have because of, just how broken the whole thing. I mean, they were super fucked up. They were raised by fucked up people. They were fucked up and they fucked us up and we're fucked up. So I thought that fame would be the fix. It was just very interesting to be in my 30s and see a lot of those people that were super famous when I was a kid die. Whitney Houston, George Michael, Michael Jackson, Prince. And then, just you had Robin Williams and Chester Bennington, Chris Cornell, Philip Seymour Hoffman. I mean, the list went on and on. People who had the most talent. I mean, Prince, Robin Williams, Philip Seymour Hoffman, the Chris Cornell, the most talent, the most accolades, or maybe the most money or whatever. And yet, it didn't matter. It didn't save them from themselves and their own demons. So it put a check on my obsession with fame. But I just had to get real honest and go, why do I want to be famous? I don't want to be famous. I want my family. I want my parents to love me, and my mother was very uh, consumed with herself. My father had a lot of emotional and psychological disturbances that they couldn't give us that much in terms of attention and love. So that fame, you think, oh, I'll get the attention and I'll get the love. I think it's normal, especially growing up in America and watching all that television. And I think it's normal. I don't want that today as much as I want to do work that I enjoy. Uh, and I guess I'm just kind of reevaluating that whole thing.